Took you too long enough.
Metal pony heavy.
And you could have helped, Skeeves.
Yeah, I don't do manual labor. I lead.
I thought Darkheart was the leader.
Well, yes. But when Dark ain't here, I'm in charge. You idiots wouldn't be able to find your heads if they weren't attached.
Oi, don't let me in with this, dummy. I could lead if I wanted to.
Tell it to the bottom of the wild Pegasus in your bag. It might care a bit more.
Up yours.
Watch him until I get back. Do you think you can do that?
I think so.
You'd better, or I'll give Flog back his whip.
He seems charming. You okay with that kind of treatment?
They're my friends.
I think you have a very skewed view of friendship. Pinky would be appalled.
Pink pony? Where?
Nowhere. Or everywhere. Though it would depend on who you ask. My point was, Pinkie Pie, who is rumored to be friends with every pony she met, would disagree with your notion of friendship.
Oh, didn't you say she ran a ministry?
She did. The Ministry of Morale. I'll tell you about it, if you do me a favor.
What a favor.
Attach that pip-buck to my armor and follow a few simple instructions.
Okay.
Pinkamena Diane Pie was a fun, loving, and energetic pony long before she became one of Equestria's most iconic ponies. She worked at a bakery named Sugar Cube Corner, the ruins of which can be found in Ponyville. Other Sugar Cube Corner ruins can be found in other cities as well, but the one in Ponyville was the first. When she was offered a government ministry, she opted to call hers the Ministry of Morale. Originally the Ministry of Parties, but in the end, she went with Morale at the behest of Princess Luna. Its focus was intended to help maintain and increase equestrian morale during the parts of the war in which it operated. They primarily functioned as the government police. In some cities, they even took over and absorbed the existing police force. If only that were its true purpose. You mentioned that her infamous Pinkie Pie is watching forever advertisements creep you out, right?
Yeah.
That was the intent. In the end, Pinkie Pie, like Rarity, took charge of her ministry directly. Unlike the Ministry of Image, the Ministry of Morale didn't respect their leader. Depending on who you ask, Pinkie Pie was not the one who ran her ministry. According to them, the Ministry of Morale was the most corrupt ministry. A major turning point was when Pinkie was introduced to the cognitive drug mint-als.
What?
It helps with your thinking. Continued use makes thinking off of the drug a struggle, as the synapses, the part of the brain that helps you remember things. Mint-als were not only very addictive, but they had an unusual effect on Pinkie. Accounts vary, but the drug somehow reacted with what she called a Pinkie sense, a form of something manifested as nervous tics, which she claimed helped her predict the near future. Mint-als took away that limitation, allowing her to target criminals before they could commit their crimes. Among other instances of supposed future sight. The thing was, mint-als were a drug imported from Zebraca, the very nation that was at war with Equestria. The drug was outlawed early into its circulation, ensuring its popularity among the less lawful populace. Pinkie Pie, the ever-persistent pony, made her own very potent, equestrian-grown, and much more addictive variant, Party Time mint-als, which were outlawed just as fast, despite her frequent attempts to prevent it. Despite this, Pinkie Pie fell deeper into her addiction, believing they helped her find bad ponies and bring them to justice. When I said her ministry didn't respect her, this is why. She trotted all over the laws she was supposed to uphold, and no pony can respect a leader who doesn't respect their own duty. Her addiction destroyed her in the eyes of her friends and followers. It's hard to follow a pony up to their eyeballs and dash.
Darkheart is respected, and he's always taking medics.
Your leader's a medics addict?
Yep, and we all respect him.
I stand corrected. It was those far-reaching premonitions, quietly called unstable delusions by her ministry, that drove Pinky into increasing paranoia of all the bad ponies in Equestria. Her tactics of surveillance and interrogation increased tenfold.
How?
Ever see those sprite bots floating around the wastes? Most ponies view them as a minor nuisance or target practice. Or, for Red-Eye, a way to spread his twisted message.
Oh, I love the sound they make, but Flog's always shooting them when they get near. I don't think he likes them very much.
He might have a point. They were originally designed as secret spy bots to record and transmit data to the Ministry of Morale hubs, spying on every pony and every one under the guise of uplifting Parasprite sentries. As with so many things involving Pinkie Pie, the surprise is in the name. That's actually how Red-Eye was able to spread his message. The heart of his operations was in the Philadelphia Fun Farm, one of several ministry hubs disguised as theme parks. Though the Ministry of Morale was not known for subtlety for many hubs. Even those supposedly hidden were very noticeably pink, over the top, or not as well hidden as the pink party pony thought. Despite this, some Ministry of Morale hubs are still waiting to be discovered to this day.
The intermission?
Interrogation. The most famous form was the use of memory orbs. Memory orbs and the black opals used in recollectors are used to store memories. Not originally designed for the purpose of interrogation, they nonetheless found themselves right at home in the Ministry of Morale's cruel toy box. They were originally invented as a form of therapy, long before the ministries. The spells involved were invented to remove traumatic memories. The Ministry of Morale used them to forcibly extract incriminating memories to use as a confession, when more mundane methods didn't work, or the ministry ponies stopped feeling merciful. The process was incredibly painful, however, and left the victim with memory gaps. As the ministry grew more brutal and corrupt, they stopped using the precise and time-consuming methods developed by therapists. Their favorite method was akin to using a chainsaw to perform brain surgery, leaving empty shells where a pony, zebra, or creature used to be when all was said and done.
That's all they did?
For the most part, yes. According to the Lightbringer's story, they worked with the Ministry of Awesome to get a zebra named Zecora to be a double agent for Equestria, and were mounting a raid on a place called 4 Stars on the day the megaspells went off. The transportation company was full of zebra sympathizers involved in smuggling drugs and weapons into Equestria. The Lightbringer also confirmed Pinky's death by immolation, burning alive, during her exploration of the hub in Manhattan. She likely perished when the hub's shield failed during the bombing of Manhattan. There is a whole slew of hubs along the Big 52 highway, but I was planning on visiting them if I ever made it out to Caledonia, so I don't know much of what purpose they may have served yet. She did plan an awful lot of parties and events, including the Grand Galloping Gala in Canterlot, starting the year after Luna took the throne, and first after her reign ended on the final day. So, I held up my end of the deal.
Right.
Hit the second button. Now the third. Hit the red button in the middle. Why are you wasting my time, Skews?
I swear, Your Greatness, you will like this, I swear. I got you some power armor.
I'll believe it when I see it. You must be the leader I've heard so much about.
Muddy, you fucking idiot. He was supposed to be disabled.
I'd love to interview you. The hierarchy of raiders has always been a gap in my collected notes. But I have an appointment to make.
Oh, fuck. Please don't hurt me. I was just getting a gift from my leader. Former now, I'm just a lackey. I can help you get out of here. Yeah, I can do that.
Not interested. Are there more prisoners?
Yes, tons. I can lead you to them.
Point the way. I'm fine on my own.
That way. They're in the post office.
Excuse me, did you just escape from and wipe out a raider camp in 5 minutes?
Hello, Spike.
How did you... Right, forgot about Little Pip's book. Back to the camp. How did you do it? A single ranger with your usual disregard for excessive force, sure. But not with just a pair of power hooves. Even raiders get a lucky shot every so often.
These aren't ordinary power hooves. They are displacer hooves. They use sound waves to add force to my bucks. They were the brainchild of Pinky and Rainbow Dash, developed for a pony named Vinyl Scratch, the original DJ Pond 3. She had an issue with the stalker and was close friends with the Ministry mares, later implemented for the Ministry of Awesome, in limited numbers.
I remember that! Scratching it up and banging him in a brick wall! Although, I thought Rainbow Dash let Applejack and Rarity handle most of her R&D.
The Ministry of Awesome, surprisingly, was very good at hiding the truth.
So, tell me,
The storyteller.
So, tell me, storyteller, what do you know about Rainbow's ministry? What they really did?
If you'll listen, Spike. But that is a story for another day.
The rain may wash away the steps that I take. It won't matter anyway. Won't cleanse me of my mistakes. Do me a favor, lighter of my life. I need to leave it all behind, all this life. They call me a hero, my work's not yet done. Storyteller, the past you can't outrun. The past you